This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. Nah. 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 That didn't happen, right? Like, I'm pretty sure we all just had a collective fever dream for that quarter, right? We gonna find out that, like, it was all a dream, kind of like some of those old television endings where something crazy, improbable happens. You find out he was just waking up at the hospital or something. Like, I'm about to wake up or some shit. Because this didn't happen, man. No, you can't tell me that this happened. I know this does not happen because this was just crazy. This was crazy. So I will try my best to walk you through at least what were my feelings on this game, what Browns fans were feeling during the game, and then what we felt at the end. Because how this game ended will change how we discuss it. And that's fine. That's what victory does. History is written by the victors, not the losers, the victors. And, well, here's what happened. First quarter, oh man, this defense is shut down. Yeah, we on it. Offense on the shutdown program too, unfortunately. Like, we wasn't doing nothing offensively. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't throw the ball. But you know what? We wasn't turning it over. And that's as long as we not turning it over, we all right. Then we got to the second quarter and we like, yeah, this defense still shut down. Offense, though, we turned it over a little bit. It's starting to get a little scary. Starting to get a little scary. Third quarter, dog, we wanted Joe Flacco fired. The Flacco fever had died in the third quarter. We were ready to throw Joe Flacco off a boat. That man threw 3 interceptions, all 3 of them worse than the one that came before it, right? Because he threw the one interception, because he threw the ball early, he wasn't trying to get sacked. He kind of does that. That's a Joe Flacco thing. I know people think that, Cedric Tillman ran the wrong route. I do not believe that was the case. It did not look like a case of wrong route-itis that we've seen from Cedric Tillman in the past. This just looked like Flacco threw it to a spot thinking that he could beat the blitz, and it just didn't happen. We seen it work, right? David Njoku in this game, David Bell, we've seen that work. Sometimes it doesn't. That's one of them times. It is what it is. Then the other interception to Cedric Tillman, the ball was a little off. Cedric Tillman didn't make the greatest effort to try to catch it, and it got tipped into the hand, turned into a pick six. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even remember that third interception. He had 3, right? He had 3. I got to watch it again to remember what the third interception was specifically, but it was so many. We were so done. The third interception was in red zone. Yeah, the third interception was in the red zone. It was after the Browns had gotten a muff punt, got the ball all close and shit. All we got to do is hold on to this thing to kick the field. Joe Flacco threw an interception. At that point, I think everybody was ready to kill Joe Flacco. Everybody was it wasn't just some people. Even the Flaccavelli account people, the Flacco flavor guys, the Flacco fever, the Flacco squad, and the Flock. They was ready to kill him. They was ready to kill him. I was getting them tweets. Y'all was sending me those tweets. Y'all were ready to kill him. Hell, I was ready. I was like, man, after the last interception, I was like, damn, dog, should we go back to DTR? This is bad. It was as bad as it was approaching. It was on its way to being just as bad as DTR was in week 4. It was bad, man. And then it wasn't. This is some of the most, it just, stopped being bad. In the fourth quarter, he just, he went for 3 quarters just straight up sucking. And then in the fourth quarter, he was like, hey, y'all, my bad. I turned off terrible. He just put the game on rookie or something. He just started being good. Like he just started making throws he ain't been making all game. He started just throwing the ball, not pump faking. It was just, he just decided not to suck. Like, I don't know what to describe it as, but I'm glad it happened. Because look, man, even with the way it was looking, this was looking like a pretty hopeless loss. Right? Because not only do you lose, but you're like, damn, man, Flacco can't even move the ball. Like, what we going to do for the rest of the season? And then all of a sudden, Flacco just like, he moved the ball. Now we feel great. Now, is it true that Flacco is only a hero because he made his own hole to dig himself out of? Oh, absolutely. Yes, that man dug a hole that he had to dig himself out of. Shout out to the defense, right? But, hey, man, having somebody dig themselves out of a hole that they created themselves is better than simply, but is better than simply having a quarterback dig themselves into a hole and never digging themselves out. So when you put it like that, like, hey, man, like I've seen Baker throw 4 interceptions and not throw any touchdowns after that. So, yeah, I'll take it. Who cares? 4th quarterback we starting. I don't care. I don't really care if it looks super clean. That's my whole take on the quarterback thing, right? Yeah, I know he threw for 374 yards. I know that you can flip this into sounding like he played a good game, but it wasn't a good game. It was pretty bad. And then like he just showed up for 2 drives. And you know what? I'll take it. I am absolutely fine with that. And that's why Flacco's starting for the rest of the year. Now, let's talk about the main event. It's time for the main event of this team. And look, man, I don't care who's at quarterback. I don't care who's on offense, to be honest with you. Who's healthy, who's not. The offense is the piece of this team. It's a side piece. It's optional. It does not matter. What does matter is special teams and defense. And let me tell you, our special teams and defense, and look, the reason we're allowed to win games with our defense like this is because the special teams is also really, really solid. It's another lost point in this because the Jets have a good defense. They don't have good special teams, and their defense isn't as good as Cleveland's is. Browns out here with Ronnie Hickman, who was balling, by the way. D'Anthony Bell, who was balling, by the way. And who else was it? What was the dude's name? Deron Harmon, who just signed here this week. Well, I don't know if he was balling, but he didn't look terrible. And then, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Myles Garrett, they all did their things. We're going to talk about Myles Garrett going Superman in the 4th quarter as well. But this defense, man, it's everything. I say this every week. I'll continue to say this every week until people start to understand and listen. If Joe Flacco or if the offense plays good, that's cool. If the offense plays bad, doesn't really matter. If the defense plays well and Dustin Hopkins makes his kicks, we can win the game. It don't matter if the offense plays good, if the offense plays bad, we can win that game. This is the second game that the Browns have won with 3+ turnovers this year. That's how good the defense is. We turned the ball multiple times over against Baltimore. We threw a pick 6 versus Baltimore. We had multiple turnovers versus the 49ers. It did not matter. That's where this team is. The story of this team, the story of this game is the defense. You can look at them 17 points that the Bears got. Ain't got nothing to do with the defense. Defense only gave up 3 of them points. Joe Flacco gave them the other 14. It was basically 2 pick 6s. It did not matter. Who you know like that? Like, who do you know like that in the NFL? Can get to 9-5 for 4 different quarterbacks because the defense is so damn good, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. I don't think San Francisco's like that. They're a good team, but if Brock Purdy goes down, we already saw what happens when elements of that passing game goes down. Brock Purdy don't look the same. Baltimore damn sure ain't going to be like that. This is an incredible defense. This is an incredible effort that we're seeing from the defense. And this is just special shit that we're seeing. And this is why this team has a chance to beat anybody. They don't even need Joe Flacco to have a good game. They just need Joe Flacco to have 2-3 good drives. and they can win any game that they play. And that's all they require from the quarterback position. You don't have to play a good game. We don't require a Browns quarterback this year to play a good game to win. All I need you to do is get your shit together for 2-3 drives, and we can win any team against any game in any team that we play against. That's how good the defense is. Think about that. All the most important wins, all we asked from the quarterback position were 2-3 drives. Right? Baltimore. We just needed 2 or 3 drives from Deshaun. He got them. Boom. We won. San Francisco just needed about 2-3 drives. All we need from the quarterback position is give us 2 or 3 good drives. You get this defense, that they can win the game, especially at home, where we have the best home field advantage in all of the NFL. And isn't it great? Like, I don't want to get too self-indulgent, but isn't it great, Browns fans, to like have the dog pound barking again like it used to, like to not hear people talk about, man, y'all don't even know. Back in the day in the 80s when the team was worth something, the dog pound used to be so crazy, and it just ain't, the new stadium ain't never got like that. Every week, dog, this stadium gets insanely loud. It's insane, the energy is. To you demons who go to these Browns games every week, I want to give a shout out to y'all, because y'all have brought the bark back. Like, the bark is there. Like, there's no more nostalgia for the Cleveland Browns. I think that's the best thing about this team in the era of Cleveland Browns football that we're in. Think about the lack of nostalgia we've been relying on. Like, for years, we would compare every running back tandem to Minifield and not Minifield, to not Minifield and Clark. That's something else. But we would compare every DB tandem to Dixon and Minifield. We would compare every running back tandem to Mack and Metcalf and all this stuff. Like, we will always be comparing to guys in the past and things that teams have done in the past. And, you know, the Browns did this in 89 and the Browns did this in 92 and the Browns, we always are comparing to the Browns past because we have had nothing to be happy about in the present. We have always compared to stars of the Browns past because that's the last time the organization was stable. And now what we're realizing is we're not even comparing guys to that. We got 3 shutdown corners. We're not comparing that to nothing in the past because this better. We got 3 of them. They had 2 back then. We're creating our own nostalgia. We're creating a franchise, a true organization, and you're getting to watch it in front of your eyes. David Njoku has become one of the best tight ends in football in front of your eyes. Amari Cooper might have a career year in front of your eyes. How many guys have been traded to Cleveland and got better? Amari Cooper has. Think about that. Think about that. That happens now in Cleveland. You get traded or signed with Cleveland, you get better. That didn't used to ever happen. Anthony Walker got traded to Cleveland, got signed to Cleveland, got better. Like, Wyatt Teller got traded to Cleveland, got better. Like, this is legit. This is legit, man. So, Browns fans, you're 9-5. You brought the bark back. Well, we got one more game, one more home game. No, do we got 2 more? No, I think we got 1 more home game. Bring the bark back for that one. Browns get to 10 wins next week. They're in the playoffs. As simple as that. Winning, you're in. So that's what we on. That's what people are focused on. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. But y'all have a great day. Have a better night. Peace.